It's kind of weird, but someone might think it's cool. I'm in the middle, driving across Kansas. There's a big piece of roadkill here, right up there. And then about 50 yards after it, I watched a hawk get hit by a car. I'm not overly savvy with birds. I grabbed it, I have gloves, so I grabbed it and pulled it out of the road. I believe it's a red tail. Look at the size of these talons. Look at those things. That's how big. That's a big old bird. That's got to be like a 3.5 foot wingspan. Not really one for messing with dead animals too much, but I almost hate to leave him here because it's just such a cool thing, but what do you do with a dead bird when you're driving across the states? Well, I'm gonna wash my hands and hit the road. See you soon. Man, that hawk was so cool. All right, so I am in Kansas today. I'm driving to Hayes tomorrow to speak at a college about art, which is just funny for me to do that because I never done nothing like that. But so I've taken advantage of my day and being in Kansas, and I'm going fishing with my friend Shelby, who lives in Wichita. He has access, or I guess he's got some land that has some water, and through that water you can access some other water. So what we're gonna do, because it was just so cold last week, was when it got down to being like -20 up here, and this lake froze solid. So I know the water temps are gonna be way low. Hopefully we'll still be able to catch some fish. We're not fly fishing today. We're using conventional tackle. It is very rare for me to do any fishing without a fly rod. I grew up bass fishing. This was like my intro to fishing, and so I'm gonna be, you know, it doesn't take me that long to get back in the swing of things. However, I don't own real bass gear anymore. I have like some rods that are nice, but my reels, like I haven't fished with a bait caster in maybe 10 years, and I used to be able to like skip a frog under a tree with a bait caster. I was really efficient with them, and it's just been so long. So last night I went to Academy Sports and bought a little Zebco 33 that's pre-spooled with a 10-pound line, just like a button reel, and I'm just gonna throw that on this rod just to use for the day, because chances are I won't be using it again for a little while. All right, so I got to my buddy Shelby's land here. We're gonna go fish this really crazy, it's not quite a lake or a pond, he calls it a watershed because it's all kind of connected. Yeah, he's got a Polaris that we're gonna get to ride out there, which is super cool. I haven't been in one of these things in years. Today's gonna be a really neat day. I don't know if we'll catch any fish because the water's so damn cold, but it'll be fun regardless. Yeah, I wonder after that snow, man, I haven't fished conventional tackle since the last time we fished together, I think.
Some dust off of mine.
This is my buddy Shelby. He don't like to talk much, but he's gonna go fishing with us.
We're gonna catch some fish.
Man, yeah, I haven't used the, oh man, look at your sweet little box here. Good sticker collection.
I know a guy.
Yeah, little sticker dude. Cool. Man, I need to bring you some of the new ones. Let's give her hell. Yeah. Want me to pull that over? Sure. Ugh. ingenuity. Yeah, that's awesome. This rolls. What a cool piece of water. Where them cows at?
I don't know. You must have them somewhere else.
All right, I'm gonna get right there for a second. Get rigged. I just went to the store last night and bought what I need to fish. I seriously bought 2 packs of worms, 1 pack of hooks. I got 10.5 inch old monster red shad ribbon tail, and then 7.5 inch, and I'm gonna throw the 10.5 because it's heavy and it'll work on 4-aught hook or 4-aught offset shank. I don't know how big this line is. Feel pretty thick. Oh, there's cows.
Yeah, there they are.
There's my boys.
They're so soft looking. I don't know what.
Yeah, I just want to pet. Look at them all just coming out of the woods to see us. All right, I'm gonna work my way around this other corner. Now, I don't know if this is gonna work yet, so I don't want you to quote me on it, but I just have a 4-aught hook, 10.5 inch worm, offset shank worm hook, and I'm just gonna fish this thing entirely weightless. So we'll just cast it out, we'll let it sink for about 5 seconds, and then we will reel it in just as slow as we can possibly reel and wait for something to grab it. Now they're not gonna be hard grabs, it's gonna be soft and gentle. You'll feel like a tap, tap, tap. And then I'm gonna feed them for a second. Because it is early in the season, I don't expect them to just grab it and swallow it. They'll probably hold it in their mouth for up to a minute or two before they start even trying to swallow it. So I'll feed them for about 5 seconds before I set the hook to make sure I get a good hook set. Got my rig here, got my cow buddies. How cool is that? And we got the pond. I'm gonna pick a side and get to fishing. There's a little fish right there. So he's got it. It's moving. See it moving side to side here. So I'm not gonna set, oh, he let go. As I was reeling in kind of quick, I had a little bass come up and grab it with some speed, and then when I quit, he quit. Yeah. Pretty crazy that he would chase it when it was moving quick and then not want it when it stopped. All right. I think I require a little less finesse. Look. Okay. I think I require a little less finesse, so I'm going to go with the old Cinco 5-inch. Watermelon with red flake, my favorite color. We're just going to hook this real traditional. I always keep a bag of these in my bag. Really all that's in here is Cincos and then those big worms I just bought. I very rarely pull this bag out, so I can at least count on those things being there. Might be a fish. Oh, there's a tap. Pick it up, come on. Yeah, I think he might have it. Yep, there's a fish there. There he goes, swim the other way. Put a little weight on him. I hear a little dink, but he is a fish. On the board. Not a big one, but he'll fish. Oh, there's a little tap. Yep, there's a fish. He's got it still, so he's holding on to it, and I'm just watching my line, giving it a little tap here and there, waiting for him to like basically start swimming in the other direction so I can get a good hook set. Come on, buddy. There he goes. Oh man, nope, missed him. See if I can get him this go around in the same spot. Yep. There he is. That's a lot better fish. Maybe. Felt bigger on the beginning. He looks still pretty small. A little thicker. Headed in the right direction. I might have to switch back to the bigger worm just to weed out some of the smaller fish. Yep. There's a fish. So this fish is hooked pretty deep in his gullet in there. I have a pretty strong barb on this hook. So I'll show you a little trick that I like to use. I'm gonna cut that line and just swing that hook through. If I can get a hold of it in there, I might have to get out my pliers. All right, so what I've done is I've cut my line. I'm gonna push that hook through to where I can grab the tip with my pliers. What we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this hook through the fish's mouth, being careful not to damage the gills. Here we go. It's not a huge fish, it is a big hook, so we have to be careful. Here we go. So we'll get that eyelet pulled right up to the gullet. So that eyelet will slide through the gullet a lot easier than the barb will, so that the fish is safe. We'll let him go. He's gone. This piece here, you know, we'll catch. This piece here will just go right through. So we'll just clean this line off and retie and go again. Get that a little bit better to keep that hook out. So this pond was frozen solid just like a week ago. There's like almost like a 70-degree temperature change, if not more than that, because it's nice out today. So we've been throwing big, slow, soft plastics, and we've caught some fish, but hasn't been super productive. Started realizing that fish are chasing as we're reeling in at the very end, so we switched over to spinners, and Shelby just pulled this tank. That thing is solid. Beautiful fish too. Look at that color on it, man. Look at the shoulders. It's awesome. Just on like a little white spinner. Yeah, check that out. And just barely got him hooked. That's so cool. What do you think? 4 pounds?
We're gonna weigh him.
Gonna weigh him in. See what he's got. That rules.
We needed that.
Yeah. I just broke one that was maybe like a little over a pound, and that's the first like fish that we've caught that wasn't like a stunted fish, you know. And then next thing I know, Shelby's laid into this guy. Let's see what we got. 4.78. Damn, 4.8. I believe it. She thick, man.
It'll work.
Nice. My mounted camera's battery is mostly dead, so I just took it off, and I've had this one in my bag, so we just weren't filming, we were just fishing. Let's see that thing. That's a tank. Good fish, man. Beautiful. Swam off strong. Good job, man.
Right.
Well, I guess I have 10% on my other camera, so I think I'm gonna put it back on and run a spinner through this back channel a couple times before we move ponds. So I got just a little bit of battery left. I'm gonna run this little chartreuse spinner through this little backwater a couple times before the camera dies. See if I can't get a grab. Come on. Oh, there he is. No, lost him. Man. Oh, that'd have been cool. Pull my skirt down. take it, man. So my camera, my mounted one died, so I haven't been filming much. I have a little bit of battery left on that one, so I'm just leaving it be until I'm hooking up in case it's anything big. But yeah, that's a little sturdy, stout guy. Doesn't beat Shelby's fucking 4.5 pounder.
4.8.
4.8. Let me be a little bit more specific. Cool, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. We just hopped on over to this other pond. I switched over to a crappie jig because there's crappie in here, and I'm just slapping bass with it. So I'm gonna try to set this camera down, see if I can get this in frame. Maybe there. Yeah, cool. There he is. Nice. Good fish. Let's see if I can do a little bit better at filming. They're just stacked up right here. Yeah, dude, all of them have been pretty much about this size. Every pond we've gone to today has got a stunted size of fish. In the first pond, that was smaller. The second pond, the stunted fish got a little bit bigger. So we'd catch, you know, just a few that were smaller, but most on average, you know, were that size. So this is me on my couch probably a week after all of that was filmed. You know, my camera batteries died out there, and then that footage has just been sitting, and I'm finally getting around to editing it, and I realized you don't just want to end on a dead battery. So I wanted to say thank you to you guys for watching this. I know it was probably a little boring and a little different. I don't do a lot of spin fishing, which I know I've mentioned more than once. I feel like anytime I hold a spinning rod, I have to be like, I don't ever do this the whole time. But I had a great time. It's really fun. It's nice to get back to your roots. And you know, that's where you're learning. Usually it's where most people learn to fish. But yeah, thank you so much to Shelby for having me on your, on your water and being such a gracious host. Shelby was a client of mine, and I invited him. He's coming from Wichita to Fayetteville to get tattooed, and I invited him to bring a rod with him and told him I'd take him fishing. And he came down the next trip, and we fished from like 9 a.m. till probably 3 a.m. I just couldn't wear him out. Usually when I take people fishing, after a few hours, they're ready to tap. And, we went to some creeks, we went to a lake. And then, midnight rolls around, and it's like, well, you want to go hit some golf course ponds? And we ended up, fishing until 3 or 4 a.m. and catching a bunch of nice fish. But he originally was just a tattoo client of mine, and I'm gonna put some pictures just right here. So there's like a whopper plopper tattoo I did. There's he's got like a worm, a blue fox. I did a kingfisher. There's like a rose trout morph in his ditch. There's just a whole bunch of them. I mean, there's honestly too many to list, but I know I have photos of those, so I'll put them in. But he's got like bluegill and bass and all sorts of really cool stuff. He has my only fishing sunglasses tattoo I've ever done. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for caring. I hope you're safe. I hope you're well. Take care. Goodbye.